Cities, each as unique as the people who live there. Reflections of our American soul, a soul not without stain. On each of our 4 programs, we portray the exciting new revival of a great American city through the personal stories of the dreamers, schemers, and just plain folks struggling to make that transformation happen.
We are tomorrow what we start today.
Tonight on Eden's Lost and Found, Philadelphia, the holy experiment. This city is more than just a place to work and raise our children, because Philadelphia and its people are a continuing source of inspiration to us. As factories closed or moved away, Philadelphia witnessed an unprecedented population loss of over 500,000 people. Some neighborhoods lost half to 2/3 of their residents. Started in 1997, Greensgrove Farm is located on the former site of a galvanized steel plant in the city's Kensington section. One of the serious obstacles Mary faces is how to farm on contaminated soil.
The irony or the humor or the pathos or whatever it is to take this land that was an industrial, a Superfund cleanup site and turn it into a farm is just, I mean, to me that's the Eden part of this, and you know, remains to be seen whether or not I'm Eve.
Mary uses hydroponic farming to grow much of her produce above the land. Despite her modest successes, the life of this urban pioneer ain't easy.
No, and if I had had any indication at all how not easy it was going to be, I wouldn't. The truth is, I wouldn't have gotten started because, you know, it's interesting. People say, "Oh, you're a pioneer." Da, da, da. Now you're a pioneer. Initially, you're just a nutcase, and I don't think that I was really cut out to be a pioneer. But what happened is, after a couple of years where things didn't always go exactly the way I wanted, I really just sort of dug my heels in at that point. Now it's pure obstinance that keeps me here. It has nothing to do with optimism or belief or anything else. I'm just, you know, I'm determined I'm going to beat this thing. I don't care what it takes.
Within the walls of the museums of Philadelphia are contained some of the finest art collections in the world. However, you don't need an admission ticket to see some of the best art in the city.
I don't buy into the notion that art belongs solely behind the walls of galleries and museums. I don't know who made that rule, and murals level the playing field that say where art should and shouldn't be, and I think that's extraordinary. But I think art has a profound impact on people. And so when you talk about neighborhood and community rejuvenation, I don't know how you leave art out of that equation.
Jane Golden sees the city of Philadelphia itself as a large canvas, a work of art in progress.
I don't say that what we do is a silver bullet or a magic potion. I am saying that what we do shows us the powerful catalytic role that art can play in healing the wounds of a city.
The traditional Chinese painting of Lily Ye is far smaller in scope.
Looking at the Chinese hand scroll is like going on a journey.
Lily Ye is a mystic and a scholar. Like the Chinese mystics of old, Lily believes spirit voices guide you along the path of life.
And I remember distinctly the voice in me said, "You must rise to the occasion, otherwise the best of you will die."
The Village Art Project has evolved into a fanciful world of, well, it's hard for anyone but Lily to describe.
The park is completely open, and so we put guardian birds, guardian figures, angels to protect the area. They're blinking with light. You see the orange color? This is me.
The village today is an evolving artwork in which people live and recreate. The neighborhood unfolds like one of Lily's scroll paintings. In addition to school children, Lily found disciples like Big Man, Jojo, and Leon, lives transformed like the bits of broken china and glass they fashion into magnificent mosaic artifices.
To make me feel that I was really good at what I was doing. It changed my life from the life that I used to live in this community and the life I live right now. You know, like before it was on a very destructive path, and now it's, you know, like being constantly trying to help build, you know what I'm saying, something positive for the community.
Philadelphia has been the home of numerous valiant men and women. Their monuments dominate many of the city's public areas, heroes remembered on a grand scale. There is no such tribute to Michael Ellis. In fact, there are a few remaining photographs of the young father of four who died in 1997 at age 33. Michael wasn't perfect. Who among us is? Yet his small acts of kindness touched people in this Fishtown neighborhood around Belgrade Street. Ed and Loretta Ellis remember their son.
There's a lot of good memories to remember about Michael. Ask the neighbors around here, the neighbors who wanted their door fixed, who wanted someone to go to the store for them, who wanted someone to go take them shopping. It was always Michael.
While Michael was popular in the neighborhood, Ed kept to his own backyard. He made it a sanctuary. Like so much of Philadelphia, as Fishtown deteriorated, Ed found himself living across the street from a huge acre of rubble.
When I worried about my yard and my garden, I didn't worry about across the street here, because I closed my eyes. But one of my children couldn't.
Michael saw this unofficial junkyard as prime real estate to build a playground.
And he grabbed his three sons and brought them over here, and the four of them got busy cleaning it off while I was working on my yard. And they did that for 4 or 5 weekends in a row.
And then life played one of its cruel tricks.
He got involved with drugs, and he OD'd. It's unfortunate, but then things happen. It's the bane of all society now, the dead drugs. His children came before he did. And yes, it came before his drugs too. That was the only thing that kept him alive as long as it did, was his kids.
Without Michael, the midnight dumpers returned. All traces of Michael's work began to disappear, like he'd never existed.
So one day I was sitting over there and I thought, well, the hell with it. I can't let it go back to the way it was. So I come over here and I started cleaning it off again. And I did that for about 2 weekends, and no helper. I was just doing it myself.
Ed had no master plan, just combat sorrow with hard work. Today, Belgrade Park is an important gathering place in Fishtown. Ed? Well, he's blossomed too. Belgrade Park is more than a hobby for Ed.
I'd probably be dead. I don't do anything else but this. I get up in the morning and come over here and I spend my day. I talk to my neighbors from over here. They all know me as Ellis, the Rose Garden guy. At 71 years old, what am I going to do? This is my recreation. This in Atlantic City every 2 months. Michael would appreciate this park.
And everybody accepts the fact that it's in his memory that this was built.
Ed also uses the hard work as a means to move on.
You see, it's hard if you let it be hard. You got to come out here and, well, like I do, I come out here and I work, and if something's really bothering me, I come out here and pitter around in the garden a little bit, all right? Or clean it up, or rip the bushes apart and put them in again and change it around to the way, depending on, I don't let it get me down. You just keep fighting on. Well, you have to if you want to live life. We just went through it ourselves, didn't we? With 9/11. It was bad for the whole country, wasn't it? We all have our trials and tribulations. We all get up and go and make each day better than the day before and push at it. Right? That's the way we do it.
To make this place a sustainable Eden doesn't come without effort. Like Ed Ellis, we must get up and go make each day better than before. For as different as we all are, Philadelphians share a common vision. That in this very special holy place, love is stronger than sorrow, and hope burns bright.
Now we're going to fill this in with color. And
for the top part or the bottom part? Top part?
Yeah, the whole top part, and bring the red down and around.